me that he was actually going to get married to me because I was still writing exams after then. But you know, I just used to tell him my plans, you know. Yeah, I actually want to marry a man that is yopey with chains, you know, all swagalicious. Oh guys, oh yeah.
Hold a hand and don't believe a lie. You understand me. Walk her down the valley, pack a piece of heaven for the bottoms of her feet. Teach her how to jump and how to stretch when she reach, like the angels do, and you gon' make it through now. Tell about the healer, greater is the one within, and call him as the leader.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, I know you all missed me. But before I proceed to what we have to speak about today, I really want to say a big shout out thank you to my brother Kamsi Prisio for actually downloading us with a very amazing message, which I did post last week. If you have not watched it, please really need to go back to watch that video because it's actually amazing. He did a great job right here as a very great minister that he is, guys. So I also saw your comments down below that adorable message, and I also saw your comments on Instagram. I really appreciate you all. Trust me, guys, I love you all so much. And yo, bro, like, you killed it. Like, you actually brought the A game to whatsoever you said. You actually pointed your facts straight. You actually, you know, hit the nail. You actually touched us with your amazing word. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless you all that have been watching my YouTube videos. I really appreciate. So let's get to what we have today, guys. So guys, this is for the girlies. The message I'm about to drop at your table today is for the girlies. I'm gonna do a Christian girl chat today. Worldly things I had to drop to carry my cross for Jesus. That is what we're talking about today. Worldly things I had to drop to carry my cross for Jesus as a girly that I am, guys. What could it be? But before I proceed as well, I would like to say a big shout out thank you to my adorable husband for actually making me realize my feet, or making me realize my stand in Christ. Because without him, without me mentioning him in the beginning of this video, I don't think I can proceed because he actually helped me with a lot. Now let's start. Okay, I remember growing up. Yeah, I'm gonna start like this. I remember growing up, you know, oh girly. I was like, oh, I was a girly type of person that would be like, I don't want to marry now. I just want to, like, you know, have friends, girlfriends around me. I want to work hard. I'm a very independent girl right from when I was small. I always want to work hard for my own money. I'm always talking about wealth. I'm always talking about money, how I'm going to make it in life, how my future is going to be. I don't want to depend on anybody's money. I don't want to depend on anybody. I really want to work hard for my own money. And I was like, even if I get married tomorrow, I don't think I will actually want to depend on my husband's money. I really want to work hard for my own money so I can stand up tomorrow and say, yes, I actually achieved this. No one gave it to me apart from Jesus Christ. And with him giving me the strength to push hard to achieve whatever I have now. So yeah, guys, I don't like depending on anybody. That is why growing up, I always, you know, want to be that girly that work hard, have my own apartment, have my own house with friends. Yo, if you see me when I was growing up, you know, telling my mom all this used to always make her laugh. And at the same time, she always puts me in her prayers. And she's like, God, please help my daughter grow. I actually want you to use her. And the ministry actually wants you to arrest her, change her mindset concerning some certain things. Because if her mindset isn't changed, or if her mindset isn't changed, I don't think she will grow spiritually. Because I feel like those things I was holding on to, that were worldly, was like a stronghold in my life that was limiting my growth spiritually and physically. Now, why did I say that? Because I felt like I also had like crazy friends around me, girlies, not guys. I was not like a feminine, but like something like that, but not like a deep feminine. I just loved, girls outing, girls talks, let's go out, let's, have our own small little girls party. I just used to involve girls in everything I did. And I was like, even if I should marry tomorrow, I even remember saying I don't even want to get married. I just had my plans. Guys, when I mean I had my plans, like I really had my plans. God. God. Like looking back, I'm just thinking, I was like, what? How did I get here? Because God, you're amazing. God did what he did. He changed me. He rebranded me. He just transformed me, remolded me, and this is how I turned out today. Now, the process of how I turned out today was through my husband, God using him in my life. Because during the dating process, actually, I was, telling my husband, as at then he hasn't yet opened up to me that he was actually going to get married to me, because I was still writing exams after then. But I just used to tell him my plans, yeah, I actually want to marry a man that is yopy with chains, all swagalicious. Oh guys, oh yeah. My plans were just so funny. It was just crazy, very crazy. And like I said, I always tell him I don't want to depend on anyone's money. I want to have my own source of income. I don't like relying on anybody. I won't call it pride. And I'm this kind of person that even if you want to help me financially, I'll actually, yes, take the money. But at the same time, I'm like having pride to take the money, because I've never dreamt of living a life where I depend on someone for my source of income, or I depend on someone for my feeding and all those things. I've always dreamt of having my own money. Even if I get married tomorrow, I actually want to have my own money, stand out, and as a rich Odogu or Odogu's wife, that's get my own source of income by myself, and yeah, like that, have my own brands, companies, fashion, industry, like so many things, guys. I had for myself plans. But God was like, no, that's not going to happen. I actually have plans for you. I actually want you to drop this mindset or this plan you have for yourself, because it's not going to work. It's actually not going to make you grow spiritually, because it's like a stronghold in your life. You're holding on to this and you don't want to let go. You've been drawing plans upon plans, but you're not seeking direction from me. You're not praying to hear what I have to say concerning your plans or concerning what I have for you. That was what God was actually telling me when I prayed, and when my husband actually opened my eyes towards some certain things about life. So speaking to him, my husband was like, I think I've heard your plans. I think you need to pray. Like I said, my husband was fully involved. Yeah, he was fully involved in this story, because God actually used him. Like I said, I remember times where he, called me. As of then, I didn't even know we were actually going to get married. He, called me and was like, you have plans for yourself, but have you actually prayed and asked God to direct you? Have you actually heard from God concerning the plans that you've written for yourself? Have you actually set yourself down to, seek God's direction concerning your life? And I was like, wow, that's actually a nice thing to ask me. But thank you, sir, because I've already asked God. And he's like, no, you didn't ask well. You didn't hear from God, trust me. And we had an argument concerning that. I was like, why would he say that? When we actually cut the call that day, I was like, why would he say that? And I set myself down and I was like, okay, I think I need to pray. And then that was when I embarked on 3 days night prayers, and I was like, God, please help me, direct me. I actually want to know the plan you have for me. actually want to seek your face. I actually want to hear, from you. I want to like walk with you. I want to walk towards your direction, everything that you've installed for me. I want to hear it. I don't want to be in a vehicle and I'm driving you. I want you to take over the wheels. I want you to take over the steering. I want you to drive me to wherever you want me to go to in life. I want you to take over the wheels. I want you to direct me. I want you to just do your thing, do your will in my life. I humbled myself. I kicked whatsoever bad, plans, or I call it bad plans, because actually if I'd actually done, or if I'd actually worked towards whatever I programmed for myself, I wouldn't be here today. I've actually been in an outside world. I would have actually been doing something very nasty, with friends, girlies. I've actually been living a life God didn't plan for me. And if one is living a life God did not plan for he or she, they end up in a very big mess, in a very big disaster. Except God decide to, remold them and revive them and revive their spiritual life and revive them, and making them understand that they made a big mistake. Now they have to make a U-turn to him. So I was like, okay, actually my dad is a pastor, my mom is a pastor, and I was like, okay, let me just pray. And I prayed, and I went to my dad and my mom. I'm like, you know what? Pastor Dave actually opened my eyes and understanding so many things concerning my life. I've actually programmed for myself, and they laughed about it, and they're like, that's actually good. And I remember when I was getting married, my dad made a statement which I will never forget. He's like, thank God you're getting married into that family. Thank God you're actually getting married into, the Anosike family, because they are very, they are well built spiritually. They will humble you. That was the word he said. They will humble you. And my mom was like, the way you tie your hair, the way you go to church, the way you do your things, the way you try, they will humble you. I can't wait to see everything. So when I finally found out that Pastor David is my husband, both spiritually and physically, I was like, oh wow, thank you, Jesus, for giving me such a brilliant, amazing husband that know you in spirit and in truth, that can help me wherever I'm trying to go out of line, and that can put me in order whenever I'm trying to, do anything that's not to the glory of God. He also do this now. He always tries his possible best to put me into order whenever I'm doing anything that's not to the glory of God, especially now I'm a pastor's wife. But yeah, that is it. So like, God's actually using him in my life, and I feel like God also tracked me. I'm a child that God has always tried to, or God has always covered up with his glory, always had this special favor, had this special grace that is covered with so much love, that he has actually carried me, pampered me like an egg. And God doing all this, when I was small, I would have been like, because my life story is coming later on, not now. I'll actually tell you guys, I have a lot of stories to share with you guys. But like, God has actually like carried me through my entire life, and in his glory. God is like, girl, you're a child that I have chosen, and I'm not gonna let you go for any reason, because I actually have a plan for you. Everything I want you to do here on earth, you accomplish it, and you will never find any way of escape. That is me. So I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to just drive God. I just wanted to take over the wheel and God relax, not knowing that God is always the one to ride. God is always the one to take over the wheel, while me, I relax and follow his direction, and he leads me to where he wants to lead me. He drives me to wherever he wants me to go, to my destination in life. And I accepted that, and that was what my husband made me realize, that I should involve God in every single plan that I always have for myself, or that I've always had for myself. And we got married, and I'm so excited and I'm so happy that whatever I've planned, so many years ago concerning my life, or several things I've programmed for myself concerning my life, it's not too late for me to do it now. I can do that now, but I will do it with the right people. I will do it with my right and, you know, amazing family God have actually put into my life. And I can't wait to build an empire with my husband, work so hard with him, we'll work hard to actually get where we want to go to in life, you know, accomplish whatever we want to accomplish together. And we actually had the same plans for, you know, my husband had his own plans, and he asked me what was my plans concerning traveling and, you know, other things. And the country I want to be, or the country I want to go to, was also the same country he also want to go to. You know, like, it was just corresponding, you know. And we were like, wow, that's actually amazing. Okay, so we can actually do this. We'll actually work hand in hand. We actually love each other. So it's not going to be so difficult for us to grow an empire with, you know, our family, to whatever they want to do now. But yeah, like I said, work hard, because I don't like depending on anybody. The same as him, he doesn't like depending on anybody for his own source of income. He likes working hard for his own money, and that was the same thing I needed in a man, so that it will actually correspond with my type of personality. And so that's where I was like, okay, fine, God, then do whatever you want to do. At first, I have these two things that are very important: a man that can bring my senses back whenever I'm trying to go out of line, and a man that actually has almost the same plan as me. Then it's fine. Why am I fighting? So God actually knew what he was doing, that he brought my husband closer to me and made me realize that, girl, you actually have to put God in everything that you do. So guys, yeah, I actually had to stop whatever I planned for myself. I actually had to keep those things aside. I actually had to tell myself, girl, this is not life. This is not life. The way you're going is not God's direction for you. You actually need to sit yourself down and say, God, please forgive and actually direct me on where you want me to go to. So yeah, guys, I actually had to stop whatever nasty plan I had for myself. And yeah, going to church, and to even say go to church, weekly activities, like as of then, to say only go to church, like, it sounds somehow in my ear. I actually loved God. I actually still love God. Don't get me wrong. I love God so much. But I was just a child that whenever I say weekly activities, I'm like, at church, I'm like, please, not again. I can actually give sleep. I can actually like replace sleep with going to church, weekly activities. I don't take Sunday service, you know, for granted. I always attend Sunday service, but you see, weekly activities, weekly services, oh gosh, I'm like, nah. So it's even got to an extent whenever I tell my mom, okay, fine, I decide to go to church a specific day, weekly activities or Bible study, and I'm like, Mom, I want to go to church. And she's like, what? Go to church? Who are you trying to see? Who do you want to give something? I'm like, no, now stop, don't do that to me. And then she laughed. She's like, oh, thank God, though. At least today you are just deciding to go to church by yourself. Nobody's pushing you. So all those things, I actually like, thank God. I actually thank God for my life. Actually thank God for actually using my husband to change a lot of perspective I had concerning life in general, and change, you know, my type of personality. And he's the only one that knew how to do it better, that made me understand that what I was doing was wrong and where I was going to was wrong. If you want to talk to me, sit me down, talk to me with the calm voice. If you're trying to communicate to me with anger, trying to communicate to me by shouting, it's not going to work. I will not hear you. Even if I try to do whatever, I'm not doing it from my heart. Guys, it's just so funny. So God actually used him, and I actually thank God for that. And yeah, guys, remember that we listen and we don't judge. Do not judge me with this. This was my past life. I'm now a new creation in Christ. All things are passed away. Everything has become new. So yeah, that was me, like some years back, trying to escape from God's plan. And yeah, God actually used my husband to remind me that no, I can't escape, and him, Jesus, have his own plan for me, and I must fulfill it, because it's very important for me to fulfill whatever plan he had for me. And yeah, God never allowed me go scot-free. He has always trapped me. Because I can't even remember when I even got married. Some of my uncles, my aunties called me and they were like, girl, God will bless your husband for marrying you. At least you're trapped. You cannot go anywhere again. You're trapped. Your mindset will change. It's not you. Not that you didn't only marry a pastor. You're also a pastor's wife. That one ended. I'm like, hey, these people, they won't finish me with this one. So yeah, that was it. That was just my life in general. And so I actually thank God for that. And yeah, I'm in a family where, yeah, we are really disciplined spiritually. And yeah, whatever thing that, remember the adage, whatever thing that happens spiritually manifests physical. So they have always been my family spiritually, and it came to realization, or it came into manifestation physically. So yeah, I really thank God for that. And God bless my husband, like I said, for using me to understand, for actually opening my eyes, for using him to actually open my eyes in understanding that life is not just all about jolly partying, planning things without putting Christ in it. Life is not all about doing the things without Christ. And yeah, so I actually understood that, and I actually had to kick those things, kick those things away, and focus on what God has planned for me. So guys, yeah, that's why I titled this "Worldly Things I Had to Drop Just to Carry My Cross for Jesus." So it's very, very important to drop whatever thing that you're doing that is actually wrong and focus on why you're here on earth. It's very, very important and necessary, guys. Please. I know girlies, we always want to jolly, we always want to like look forward, we always want to like chase money, we always want to live luxury, we want to work hard for our own things, live a whole classy life, no stress. But doing that, always remember that God has his own plans for you. Be a Christian girly. Live a Christian life. Live your life to the glory of God. Fulfill everything he has brought you into this world to fulfill. Hear from him, hear his direction. Allow him to take over the wheels. Allow him to take over the steering. Let him drive you to where he has programmed you to be here on earth. And yeah, your reward is in heaven. Thank you guys for watching. Do not fail to share, like, and subscribe, and comment below. I actually want to see your comments. Thank you all so much. Love you.
Feel another pretty little scheme. Save her mind. Hold her